What's up guys, David Land here bringing you another LEGO Speed Champions review. This time we are looking at the Formula 1 Scuderia Ferrari SF16-H. This set retails for $14.99 and you can find it at Toys R Us and the LEGO store in the United States and across the world. It's really great to get a modestly priced Formula 1 set from LEGO, and LEGO has included a lot of really cool details into this very small set. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at this thing. The first thing we'll take a look at is this little section of pit wall that LEGO has included with this set, probably to up the part count a little bit to make it a little bit more of a value, but this is actually a really cool little build. It's got a lot of detail and it's actually quite realistic once you kind of get past this little part, which is probably my least favorite part of this little build. So let's do let's look all the way around it. Of course, you've got the starter lights here, and the reason I don't like this so much is not so much because there's a sticker right here, but more because this doesn't really get up high enough. You have to set it on the highest possible setting here with this little Lego clip here. And what happens is, as long as you have that on the highest setting, you can get the Ferrari Formula 1 car underneath it quite easily. But if you've got it down low, where the Lego brick usually actually sets in, you're gonna clip it with the top of the car. So that is not as great as I kind of would have liked it, especially for a starter light. Probably should be up a little higher. That kind of feels like it would be dangerous if you were actually playing, Formula 1 cars, vrooming on the carpet and whatnot. But as we move around, you also get this checkered flag here, which is interesting because it's a checkered flag piece with a print on it. They didn't make you sticker the checkered flags, which is weird because they usually make you do that in LEGO Speed Champions. And this is just on a hinge here, so that's just kind of a play feature to wave the checkered flag. Nothing too spectacular about that. You also get a little bit of red and white curb, but here is kind of the main part of the build right here, which is the Ferrari pit lane box, or the pit box on the outside of the pit wall there. And you also get a few little tools here, a radio and a wrench to be able to work on your Ferrari. You also get a nice little print here of a keyboard for the computer, and also a nice sticker showing the circuit that they are racing at right now. Now, I don't know exactly what track that is. It kind of looks like Paul Ricard. It could also be Dijon, which is weird because they haven't raced at the Dijon circuit in quite a while. But if you know what racetrack that is, let me know in the comments. It could just be a fantasy track that the LEGO designer who designed this set put together. But there's the other side of the pit wall. Not too much to go over, but it's not the only spare part they also include with this. What's interesting is they also include a black helmet, a spare helmet. Now, why did they do that? That's going to be something we're going to be taking a look at later on in this review that you'll be seeing. So here's a look at the bare SF16 chassis. And the reason I took off all these parts is, number one, you can actually remove these so you can kind of get that in the garage look of a Formula 1 car that's being worked on, but also because there's some stickers that kind of get obscured once you have the wheels and the wings on it. So I just kind of wanted to show off this model before we put all of the gubbins on it. And I think it really does. What's really crazy about LEGO is they can actually capture the look of a Formula 1 car that's actually stripped down in the garage area just as well as they can capture the car racing out on track. So let's take a closer look at some of these stickers here. And this is really the sticker that kind of gets obscured here, and I kind of like this as a detail bit, the Santander and Wasashi logo, which really gives that impression that the nose of the car is actually getting that curvature that the real SF16 actually has, because Formula 1 cars don't have a lot of space underneath the axles like LEGO is kind of required to. Then you've got the Santander logo, Clario, UPS, and Shell, which are kind of the major sponsors on this car. You've also got Alfa Romeo, Brembo, Magnelli, Artelli, or Arelli, or whatever, however you pronounce that, SKF, NGK, a few other sponsors I don't know. Also Hublot, which you may recognize if you have the 458 Italia set. You also have Shell, Hublot again. You got the Scuderia Ferrari logo, which is, there's a little bit of trivia behind that logo, which we'll talk about in a bit. You've also got V-Power, Santander, and Mali. On the top of the wing, you've got Santander, which all of these are stickers, by the way. None of these are prints. And then the same on this side. So let's put this car together. First, we need to take a look at the front wing, which is got Shell V-Power, the Ferrari logo with the Italian flag, and a couple of Santander logos, as well as Santander on the wing end plates, which are actually very nice. They look very nice. You do have to place the stickers kind of in the corner to get this look, but once you do it, it really gives you the impression that it is the front wing of a Formula One car. So this is how you put the front wing on. It's very easy to take out and put on. You could, if you had a few of these sets, do spare wings and spare parts for that car. So that just sticks on there. And there's the chassis without any wheels on it. The wheels are also very easy to put on. You just clip them on here, like so. And there is a complaint I have about the wheels. I'll make it in just a second. So there is your SF16-H all put together. This is what you get. This is how it looks when everything is together. You know, it's very difficult for Lego, I would say, to actually get a modern Formula One car into their scale. It was actually easier back in the day. I actually had some of the sets, like the 2007 Felipe Massa and Kimi Raikkonen Ferrari F1 set, where I think it was easier because the Formula One cars of the day were much more blocky. It was easier for them to kind of convert those cars into looking like Lego cars. But here you've got the very swoopy, very aerodynamic, sensitive Formula One cars of today, and that's very difficult to get into Lego form. So I think they've done a very good job of converting as much as they can into Lego form. But the one thing I kind of don't get, and is kind of inexcusable, is the wheel color choice. Now they went with black wheels, and I'm not really sure why, because as you can see on the box, the Scuderia Ferrari actually had silver rims in real life. And it's not like they don't have that part color. In fact, sets like the Porsche 919 hybrid set had silver rims for the car. So I don't know why they didn't go with silver rims. It would have been much more accurate. So kind of unfortunate there that we were unable to kind of get that. But it's relatively easy. Again, it's a Lego. So if you've got a car with silver rims, maybe you want to give it some black rims and give the Ferrari its proper rim color. So let's take a look at the minifigure now. So you get one minifigure with this set, and it's very well detailed. You can see the prints on the torso go all the way through to the belt and to the legs. Gives you a very good representation of the Ferrari Formula One driver's uniform. All the logos are where they should be. You've got Puma, Santander, the Scuderia Ferrari logo, Shell, UPS. It's all there. Looks very nice. On the back, you do get another print of the Scuderia Ferrari logo and just a little bit more of that Italian flag stuff going on. A very nice figure, and in fact, I kind of feel like the head sculpt is trying to be Sebastian Vettel because of the little bit of facial hair, a bit of a smirk going on. Kind of gives me a Vettel vibe, and obviously with his white helmet. I think his helmet is predominantly white in real life, or at least it was for the 2016 season. So you can definitely get a Sebastian Vettel thing going on. Also, you may have noticed that the car number of the Ferrari is number 5, so that's obviously Vettel's number. But there is a little bit of a secret to this set, and that secret is the fact that if you're a Kimi Raikkonen fan, you should not fret. You can also make his car. So the hidden secret of this set is that you can produce both of Scuderia Ferrari's 2016 Challengers in this set. This is something I love the fact that Lego has done. Now, how do you accomplish this? Well, a quick look at the instruction book will show you. As you can see, they included an extra sticker with the number 7 on this little 2x1 brick. And you've got the white helmet, which is associated with number 5, which is Sebastian Vettel, and the black helmet associated with number 7, which is Kimi Raikkonen. You can see that part just goes on right there in the center, and you can produce which car you want. So if you want Sebastian Vettel, this is the combination you're going to want. Or if you want it to be Kimi Raikkonen, this is the combination you should use. Now this is a really cool addition by LEGO and I really appreciate it. It's actually probably going to make me buy 2 sets just so I can have a separate car for both Kimi and Sebastian. But there is one complaint I have with this decision by LEGO because of the fact that they didn't include an extra T-bar here. Now that may surprise you, Larry. You're like, why would you need an extra part for that? Well, in Formula 1, the lead driver, which in this case is Sebastian Vettel, has a black T-bar on his roll hoop. That's how you differentiate between 2 cars on the same team in Formula 1. Well, for Kimi Raikkonen, he needs a yellow bar because that yellow bar differentiates that car from Sebastian's. So the fact that they didn't include a yellow piece here just as a spare piece to be able to differentiate the cars a little bit more is disappointing because they didn't go the full 9 yards to get that differentiation, the realistic differentiation between the 2 cars 100% accurate. That's a little bit disappointing. But aside from that, I really appreciate the effort from LEGO they put forth to get this just right. The Ferrari isn't even the only Formula 1 car that LEGO is doing this year. If you want to drop $100, you can get 2 of Mercedes W06 chassis from the 2016 season. Beautiful set, actually, really nice looking. This is going to be one that I'm definitely going to be picking up at some point when I have $100 to spare. But obviously, Ferrari or LEGO and Formula 1 actually have quite a history. There was a Williams produced, several Ferraris produced over the years, and a couple years ago in the Speed Champions line we got another Formula 1 car from the first-time team for LEGO, McLaren. This is the McLaren Mercedes from 2014, and what's cool about this is LEGO also made it possible for you to be able to choose between Jenson Button, who's number 22, and Kevin Magnussen. Jan Magnussen is his dad. And Kevin Magnussen's number 20. Now, they look very similar in terms of their builds, but they actually have quite a few different features, including where these little slope pieces are. The side pods are different. The engine covers are different shapes and sizes. It's kind of cool to see. It gives you kind of that appreciation of Formula 1 and how the cars look very similar until you start looking at the minor details, and then you start seeing major differences between the 2 cars. So I really appreciate that LEGO's doing a lot of Formula 1 stuff these days, and it's definitely making my wallet lighter. So the LEGO Ferrari Formula 1 car, what did you think of it, guys? Are you planning on picking it up? I think it's a fantastic set for the money. Unfortunately, it means you're probably going to want to buy 2 if you want to produce both of the Ferraris for the 2016 Formula 1 season. But I think this is a really great set, a really great value, and it was actually quite a bit of fun to build. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Subscribe for more motorsport racing videos, and we'll see you in the next video.